Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One day, a sweet child, like there is one child here who was playing with me, asked me a question. Children have genius questions. Elders have only complaints. So the question was, Swamiji, do you know Lord Shiva and Parvati? I said, yes, I know them. No, not that. Then Lord Shiva and Parvati did why they did not learn computer. Now see. Now those who are hidden behind the camera, come in the front. I can't remove this camera. So I said, I don't know. Pass. I gave up. He said, so simple. Ganeshji took the mouse. See. Now, this word mouse is used in English language as well as in computer language. In both the places, the spelling is the same, shape to some extent is the same, and therefore I decided, I know English, therefore I will just take the book of computer science and start reading. And then I found this is the worst subject in the world. You take the cursor in the hand to curse the world. See? So, the language used for the computer science is different. Although the words are the same. And the language used in the literature, English literature, is different. But normally what happens? Because I can read English, therefore I will be able to understand computer science by simply reading. Exactly this is what happens. We buy the books from the market and go and read. One of my friend, he is not very top CEO in some company in Bombay, now he is in Delhi. He called me to his house and he showed me, Swamiji, I have got all the Vedas, I have got all the Upanishads, everything. And I have studied Sanskrit when I was in class 4. And they are written in Sanskrit. So I had decided to study Vedas. See friends, the language of scriptures is different than the language that you and me talk about. Therefore it is said in the Upanishad, Tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigacche samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. There are two types of teachers. One is Shrotriya Brahmanishta. They fall in the category of Acharya. Acharya means those who demonstrate and teach through demonstration and words on the foundation of scriptural authority. They are called as Shrotriya Brahmanishta. The second type of teachers are Siddha Mahatmas. They have not gone through this discipline of studies. They talk the same truth, but they don't have the vocabulary to communicate. See friends, and such Mahatmas, what they do, we can never understand, because they are living in a total different kind of world. Therefore, if we really want to study and grow spiritually, we have to go Shrotriyam Brahmanishta, to the teacher who is well versed in the scriptures And he is not only a lip Vedantin, but he is living that knowledge 24/7 in life. See friends, spiritual practice is not a part-time profession. Those who are doing part-time profession as spiritual practice, they do meditation for half an hour and the rest of the day frustration. See, therefore, in this Yoga Vasistha as well as Puranas, stories are told. Everything is told in the form of story. And when stories are told, we must know what is the moral of the story. If we are not able to draw the moral of the story, we will not be able to get the message which is conveyed through that story. The story may be just imaginary, it doesn't matter, but a message is conveyed. See? Like one story I'll tell you. In Mahabharata there is a story. And the story is, there was one Savitri and Satyavan. Most of you know that story. Savitri was a great Pativrata. Pativrata means worshipping the husband like God. Is it ever possible? I am telling you the story. See? So, she was so dedicated to her husband, and when the husband died, she fought with the Lord Death. How dare you take my husband? There is no way. And because of her power of Pativratya, because she is dedicated to her husband, Lord Death was defeated. And he said, okay Amma, I surrender before you. And the husband was returned to her. Moral of the story? If the wife is dedicated to the husband to such an extent, she can even defeat death. So this story is told so that when husband and wife live together, don't compete with each other. I have cooked, you wash dishes. See? Dumb people. See friends, man and woman cannot be equal. They can be one. That is the meaning of marriage. See, the mathematics of marriage is not 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Not 2. Another couple, they were telling me, Swamiji, we are married for 15 years and we are constantly fighting. I said, do you remember I came for your marriage? You may not remember. No, we remember. And what message I gave you? I gave you the message. Now you are getting married. In marriage, the mathematics is 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Why don't you understand this? So they said that is creating the problem. What problem? Which one? See, friends. So we have to take the moral of the story. Now from the Satyavan Savitri, the story moral we have heard that if the wife is dedicated to the husband, she is more powerful than the husband. If you ask me the moral of the same story, I will draw different meaning. You can be saved from death, but not from husband. Or not from wife, rather. See, friends. So the moral of the story, if we are able to draw, in technical terms in Vedanta Shastra, this is called as Tatparya Nirnay. Tatparya Nirnay means what for something is said. See. Therefore, when with this understanding we study the stories of Yoga Vasistha, then alone we can get a proper message. Otherwise, we are already confused, we will be further confounded. So here, this time, we will start the 5th story from the 5th Sarga. It is called as Suchiaakhyanam. And Vasistha ji is now telling to Bhagwan Ramachandra. Asad bhasad Atma Brahmasti Paramam Padam Brahmanaha Spuranam Kinchit Tam Jivam Vidyaragavam Tadeva Ghana Samvitya Yatya Hantam Anukraman Sankulpon Mukhatai Yataha Tad Ahankaro Bhavatyapi Chittam Cheto Mano Maya Prakritis Cheti Nama Bhag Dirgha Swapna Sthiti Yataha Samsarakhya Mano Vashat. Now here is the story of creation. In the morning class, Shiva Sutra today I mentioned, there are two approaches indicated in the scriptures about the truth. The two approaches are, one approach is, we start from where we are, like in GPS. And the second approach is, we start from what is. So there are two things. One is virtual reality, second is actual reality. One approach, we start from the virtual reality and reach the actual reality. The other approach is start from the actual reality and descend to the virtual reality. See, here the second approach is told. So it is said, hey Ram, hey student, there is absolute reality called as Brahman. And this Brahman is unlike what is seen, what is experienced. What is experienced by us? We experience only one thing, a constant changing world. Everything is constant changing. And we get so much carried away by the changes that the substratum which is supporting the changes is totally forgotten. So, the teacher says that this Param Brahma, the supreme reality, it is all by itself, independent of cause and effect. See, in Kathopanishad a mantra comes, Na jayate mriyate va vipaschit nayam bhutva abhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The truth is without cause and without effect. Now this is the statement about the truth. Now if we want to reach this reality from where we are, what should be the first step? First step is drop this dumb thing called as cause and effect. Cause and effect is an illusion. It is not real. See, friends, one father was scolding his son. I gave you birth, I looked after you so much, I am your father, and you behave like this. So, that child was a digital child, downloaded. So the child became also angry. Dad, enough is enough. Now the father was worried, now what is coming? Who told you that you gave me birth? I gave you birth. Then he said, unless I am born, how can you be the father? Now be attentive. Whether the father is because of the son or the son is because of the father, who is the reality? Be attentive. In your medical sciences, when we go to the doctor, we don't tell him the disease. We tell him the symptoms, the effects. From the effects, they arrive at the cause. Cause is always established in relation to effect. So, the cause is because of the effect or the effect is because of the cause. And we think ourselves to be very intelligent. Therefore, to get out of this cause and effect, the simplest technique told in our scriptures is just relax. Don't get lost. Why? Because the sky is too high. There is no why. ऐसे ही होता है. See, friends, one child asked me this question: how God perishes us, Swamiji? I said, okay, very good. Then I asked him, have you eaten dahi vada sometime? He said, of course, I like it. How do you know I like dahi vada? I said, but I am not going to give you. So, how the dahi vada is prepared? He said, we take, disposable organic ball, what is called drona. And in that we put, that pathetic looking thing called as the vada, cold, wet, and it will break very tender. And on that dahi is added, and then black pepper, white pepper, green pepper, every kind of peppers are added, little salt is added, and the person who gives you the dahi vada, he tops it with the organic salt. And then thereafter, one thing is put into that, called as a spoon, and given to you. He says, yes, I know that. Exactly the same way the God does. Our cranium is like that dona, organic. And in that, in place of the vada, there is brain. They look exactly alike. If you don't trust, see your own. And on that, in place of the black pepper, white pepper, the Lord sprinkles intellect. Thereafter, an intellectual is born. And an intellectual is intelligently miserable. See, friends. And what is intellect? Getting lost in cause and effect. Nothing beyond it. Be very attentive. When we do not ask cause and effect, our approach to life will be different. And when we get lost in cause and effect, our approach to life will be different. For example, we have never asked this question in our life, why the fire is hot? Did we ever ask this question? We don't. Then we accept the fire is hot. Thereafter, we think how to deal with that fire, which has got a burning potentiality. We do think, but we don't think in this manner. But why the fire is hot? ऐसी होता है. Now apply this principle in life. See, why my husband is so angry? ऐसे ही होता है. See? Why my wife is so dumb? ऐसे ही होता है. See? One wife told me before her husband, Swamiji, you tell him, he insults me, he calls me dumb directly. I said, I agree with him. She became more angry. I said, Mama, listen, unless you are dumb, will you marry this? So you married him, it is a certification that you have to be dumb. No intelligent person can marry this fool. Then she was happy. Okay. See, friends. So, when the teacher tells that the absolute reality, technically referred as Brahman, is beyond the cause and effect. And the same reality is referring or referred as the Jiva. Therefore, here the teacher says, Brahmana Spuranam Kinchit Tam Jiva Vidhi Raghava. Hey Raghav, hey Ram, Kinchit Spuranam. See, that means the absolute is reduced to the finite, relative. Now be attentive. Infinite cannot be fractioned into parts. All the mathematical formulae fail when it comes to infinite. See? So when it is said that the jiva, the soul, is a part of the whole, what does it mean? See, friends, in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Bhagavan brings this topic. Mama ivansho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. See? Then what is the part in the whole? The part in the whole is only imagined, not real. See, whole is the space, north, east, west, south, the four corners, up and down. These 10 directions are imagined in the space. Should we say that the space is in the east, the space is also in the west, the space is also in the north? No. This north, east, west, south, all the directions, they are imagined in the space. And for this imagination, they have to take some reference. And the reference is relationship between the sun and the earth. If you discard temporarily the conditioning of earth, as in deep sleep, you must be telling your children, sleep in such a manner that your feet do not face the south. According to Vastu Shastra or Feng Shui, it is bad. So the child listens. And after the child sleeps and mother also sleeps, then the child is moving like the hands of the clock all around. Which direction are his feet? See, friends. So the purpose is that in the absolute, the relative is imagined, it is not real. See? Now apply this principle subjectively. It's not difficult, it's very simple. Man, I am a man. With reference to my father, I am son. With reference to my wife, I am husband. With reference to my son, I am father. Have I become three? I am one. So, this son, the husband and the father, who are they? They are called as relatives. Means not absolute. And we are expecting absolute happiness from the relatives. Can there be a better joke than this? Think, friends. So, my father dies. Then, what happens to me, the son? Then my wife dies. What happens to me, the husband? Then my son dies. What happens to me, the father? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Because when there is no father, there is no son. When there is no wife, there is no husband. When there is no son, there is no father. Think. And who is becoming miserable? These non-existing entities, they are becoming miserable. Think, friends. Instead of knowing this truth, we get carried away by the same thing. See? Swamiji, my neighbor is very bad. I said, neighbors are never good. Next time, know what she did in the morning? She came and gave me sweets. Her son came in the merit list. I said, what is bad in that? You don't know. Therefore you are Swami. I said, okay, tell me, teach me. She did not give me the sweet because only her son has come in the merit list. My son failed 4 times. Therefore, मेरी नाक काटने के लिए, to cut my nose, translation. See? And therefore, to tease me, to humiliate me, she came and gave me the sweets. What ammas can think, even God cannot think. So why do you think like this? No. Okay, leave that aside. Now my question is, why other people's children are coming in merit list and my son is failing 4 times? I said, clean your eyes and nose first, then I'll talk. I don't like to look at the dirty face. See? How you dress and how you address tells the quality of life that you live. Simplicity doesn't mean shabbiness. Many of us have the wrong notion. Simple living, high thinking. It is shabby living, stupid thinking. Hey, friends. So she said, why this is happening to me? I said, because have you ever seen that the tomatoes are hanging to a chili plant? Swamiji, what you talk, I never understand. So I told her, in short, you are a chili plant. How can tomato come to you? You are dumb. How your child can be intelligent? See, friends. And who is miserable? This mother is miserable. Who is miserable? Husband is miserable. And who are they? They don't exist. See. Then how do you do? What do we do? Play the role that you have to play. This is the basic difference between Yoga Vasistha or Rama and Arjuna. Be very attentive, you all know. Rama again became Krishna in the next avatar. And before Bhagwan Ramachandra went to forest, he had all the wisdom at the age of 15. And thereafter he went to the forest. And he knew this is Rama Leela. Nothing is to be taken seriously. And therefore, they go to Chitrakoot, live comfortably, and the last 1 year they go for outing and see all the Mahatmas and all that. In between, Bhagwan Rama tells Sita ji, now you hide your original form in the element fire and bring out a Xerox copy. And this was not known to anybody except these two. Even Lakshmana didn't know it. So Rama was walking, behind him the Xerox copy was walking, behind her Lakshmana was walking. And the Sita who was abducted by Ravana was the Xerox copy. But see the whole Ramayana. How Bhagwan Ram was playing. I am so miserable. Without my wife I cannot live. Then talking to the trees, to the birds, to the animals. Where is my Sita? It was only Karnataka. Go to Bengaluru. See, friends, take life only as a mega drama. Don't take it too seriously. See. Therefore, Bhagwan Rama went through all the turmoils of life, yet he was at peace. Now with this training that he had as Rama in the Krishna avatar, he did a bigger Leela. In Rama Leela, Bhagwan Ram was always ready for a selfie. Because only 3-4 of them. Husband, wife, brother and Hanumanji, easy. In Krishna avatar, have you seen any Krishna's photo with a selfie? No computer can fit 16,108. No family photograph. See, friends. And there he was only having a drama. He was not serious about anything. That is why at the end he concluded by destroying his own world. Because it is a big drama. Yoga Vasistha tells us, don't get lost in this cause and effect. Focus your attention on yourself, which is beyond cause and effect. Yesterday also I told you, every question takes us away from ourselves. This unquestionable experience is abiding in God. Even if we do not want, even if we do not know, yet we are divine. Only our scriptures can talk this. How simple it is. Therefore, the first verse itself, this Brahman, supreme reality, which is beyond cause and effect, that same Paramatma is now playing as the Jiva. Like the man is playing as a son, the same man is playing as a husband, the same man is playing as a father. So when we are playing various roles in our life, what is required is we have to hold on to the originality. If these son, husband and father dies, there is no loss to the man. But if the man dies, these three cannot exist. So find out the man separate from the husband. Can you separate out the man? This is husband, this is man. I did it once. One young boy asked me some questions on some airport. I said, before you ask question, I want to ask you a question. What is that? I said, are you married? He said, no, my face is like that. Married person has got a different glow on his face. And therefore, don't take life too seriously. We take life so seriously as if we are the Hercules carrying the whole globe on our head. Can you imagine Hercules with a smile? No. Because the whole load is on your head. Drop it. See? And you will see, those who are miserable, they don't like happy people. It is something like this. Bhagavan has created this world for a drama, for a time pass. It is his Leela. Will you like such a drama? A boy comes, a girl comes, they like each other, they go to the respective parents and tell, Mummy, Mummy, Papa, Papa, I want to marry him, I want to marry her. They say, get married and get lost. Drama over. Will anybody see that drama? We want mirch masala. The boy comes, the girl comes, and then the boy's mother tells, if you marry that girl, you will have to walk on my dead body. Ding, 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 ding. Tension is developed. Then you want to, then what happened? Then the boy says, Mama, it will be too late. You are not going to die early. Bhagavan created this drama world for fun. Don't become serious in life. See? Don't forget about realization of God. Spare him. Therefore, when you take this view of life, then you are really walking the spiritual path. So, this Jiva, now this Jiva is not the individuality in each body. The second most important point. We are talking at a causal level. See, understand through this example. In place of Brahman, Paramatma, keep electricity. Has anybody ever seen electricity? How it looks like? What it tastes like? What it smells like? What it touches like? No. But it is there or not? And how do we know there is electricity? By seeing the light in the bulb. So light is the effect. And from the effect, we reach the cause. See, friends. So, this electricity expresses through the bulb as light. Now, this light is a general phenomenon. In the same manner, Paramatma, the Brahman, expressing through any body, that expression of life is common in total creation. So in place of the light of the bulb, keep the life in the beings. See? Now whether the bulb is a different shape, different color, it makes no difference to the bulb or what is illumined. In the same manner, whether the life is in human beings or animals, it makes no difference. Hunger for human beings and animals is same. We may say that, oh, these pigs are so dirty. We may say, they don't feel it. There is a story about it. This came in a mountain path, a magazine published by Ramanashram, Tiruvannamalai. There was a king and his guru told him that next life you will be born as a pig. This will be the signs on your body. If your minister comes and tells, you can leave that body and again born in the royal family and you continue to rule. So he tells his minister and one day the king dies. Thereafter the minister starts a royal search for the royal pig. After 1 year he becomes successful and he finds out the pig is brought, given a royal bath and everything so fresh, clean. And then the minister tells in the ears of the pig, sir, your highness, this is what you told me. And the pig starts talking, yes, I remember. By the grace of my guru, I remember. But I don't want to do what he told me, to discard the body. Because I never knew in the pig body there is more joy than the human body. See friends, life is common. There is no difference. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunam, common. What is the difference? Therefore here the first principle is, what is expressing is Paramatma. Expression is Jiva. And with reference to the body, there is individuality. Technically speaking, what is individuality is Vyakti. The life is Abhivyakti, manifestation. And that which is manifesting is Abhivyakta. Three things. Abhivyakta, Paramatma, Abhivyakti, Jiva, Vyakti, individuality. See friends. So this Jiva is not one per body. You have to get rid of this wrong notion that there is one Jiva in each body and there is one soul for every shoe. In the same manner, there is one soul for every body. No. So, this one, now be attentive. Man expressing through the conditioning of wife is husband. So, man is Brahman, the husband is Jiva. Now, husband is a common noun. Is it a proper noun? It's a common noun. In the same manner, in place of Brahman keep man, in place of husband keep Jiva. Now see what is the difference. Man is ever happy. Jiva is never happy. Man has the freedom. Jiva, husband has the bondage. Man is celebrating life. Husband is calibrating life. Man is manifesting, expressing happiness. Husband is seeking happiness. See friends, man is free, husband is bound. Be attentive. When the wife dies, nothing happens either to the husband or to the man. Nothing happens to the husband because without wife, how can he be husband? Therefore, that husband who never existed, he is becoming miserable. What can you do? See friends, therefore the Jiva is just manifestation of Paramatma through the Panchakoshas. So, and it is Kinchit. The totality of the Paramatma is reduced because of the conditioning. Now be attentive. Electrical energy is same. When it comes through the bulb, only light will come. When it goes through the fan, the magnetic circle is developed. When it goes through the amplifier, amplification happens. So the differences are on account of the conditioning. There are not different electrical energies behind different gadgets. In the same manner, one conscious reality called as Brahman in Vedanta, the same Brahman, when expressing through the man's body, beard grows. That doesn't mean Brahman is masculine. When the same Brahman goes through a donkey's body, he starts eating newspaper. In India, donkeys eat newspaper. Recycling. That doesn't mean that Brahman is a donkey. No. The conditioning through which the same reality is expressing. In this manner, the Jiva is a manifestation of the infinite through the limitations of the Prakriti. Now, this Jiva, Tadeva, that Jiva alone, Ghana Samvitya Yati Ahanta Anukramad. And now this Jiva is Ghana Samvitya, becomes extremely conscious of the solidity. The solidity is the gross body. Ghana is solid. Be attentive. There is only one principle if you look around. The principle is manifestation, unmanifestation. Colors and forms are gross. They are established by the vision. Colors and forms are many. Vision is one. What is the color of the vision? Your eyes may have different colors. Vision doesn't have color. Vision doesn't have shape. Vision doesn't have size. See? Ghana Samvitya. But instead of coming to the vision, we get lost in colors and forms. So whenever we give importance to the gross world, the Jiva is reduced to the Ahanta, I-ness is born. In the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body, therefore there is no ego, there is no I-ness. There is Jiva, life is there. But the life is not reduced to the ego, the I. There is no Ahanta. See how systematically thought is developed. Tadeva Ghana Samvitya Yati Ahanta Anukramad, by stages. So the first is Paramatma, expressing through the Prakriti as the Jiva. The Jiva gets identified with the solid, that is the body, and thereafter he recognizes himself as separate from others, and thereafter Sankalpa Unmukhatam Yati. Then the Sankalpa, the thinking process begins. Be very attentive. You must have seen this or experienced this. When we go through immigration or other countries, phone is always in our hand. We can live without wife but not without phone. And we have to fill in those useless forms. Now you don't want to leave it anywhere lest you forget. So we keep the phone in the hand and take the pen and start writing. Our own name we cannot write properly because the hold on this phone is influencing our writing ability, is it not? Be attentive. In the same manner, when we are identified with the body, our thinking will be always influenced by this identification. Now what is that thinking? Because of identification, number one, I am limited by time, space and object, and therefore I am incomplete. How I am limited by time? I am born on such and such date, before that I was not there. Limited by time. Limited by space, I am 6 feet wide and 4 feet tall area. This happens many cases, First of all, we grow vertically. When the ceiling comes, then we don't give up. So the space, an object. I am only 3 tons, not heavy. So desha kala vastu, time, space and object, that become the condition for us, because our body is nothing, or any object is nothing but a matrix of time and space. See, friends. So now we have identified with the body, and therefore we are limited, therefore we are incomplete. This sense of incompleteness is born as a result of body identification. Thereafter, sankalpa unmukhatam, then we start thinking. What is the thinking? Young, healthy, intelligent, rich, free boy thinks, what a life without a wife. There is no need. And once the sankalpa begins, then it gathers momentum. See, friends. So, sankalponmukhata yataha ahankaro bhavati api. And then this becomes a very strong word, ahankar. I have decided, I will do it. See, friends, this is how the Paramatma is reduced to the Jivatma and the ego. Now continuing further, this Jiva or the Ahankar or the ego is referred by different names. Chittam, Cheto, Manomaya, Prakritischeti, Nama Bhag. They are referred by different names, like Chittam or Chetaha or Manaha or Maya or Prakriti. These are the different names given to the same principle. And thereafter, Dirgha Swapna Sthitim Yataha Samsarakhya Manovashat. And under the influence of this mind, then this Jiva is now experiencing a long, long dream. In short, this waking dream is so solid for us that we take everything in this waking world as the only reality. See, friends, Bhagavad Gita we have studied so many times, but we are not gone into the depth of it. Only simply chanting will not help. Dharma kshetre guru kshetre dayu ama magavanda vade vakibam rudadhan jayadhan drushtadavana. Such people who keep on chanting or rocking like this, if you put chili below them, chutney will be ready. Spiritual chutney. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha vedaischa sarvai ahameva vedyaha vedanta krut veda videva chaham. See, I am the heart of everything and being. Heart doesn't mean this bloody heart. I am the heart, the essence of everything and being. Further he says, Mattaha, it is because of me alone, Jnanam, waking experience, and then Smriti, dream experience, Apohanam, deep sleep experience, Chakarat Samadhi. I alone support. Waker, dreamer, deep sleeper and Samadhi person. This I who is supporting all the experiences is worthy of knowing. Aham eva vedyaha. All other things are not worthy of knowing. See? Therefore, friends, here the teacher is telling this mind takes us for a ride. And because of this mind, then we start imagining this world as real. See, friends. One day I was telling in one of my lectures that what we all see is only imagination. So my friend, he is a ophthalmologist, he was driving me. He said, Swamiji, today you told something, I am not able to digest it. I said, take Hajmola, you will digest it. He said, how can I take this world as imagination? No, I am driving you. I am avoiding the accidents. Is it imagination? I said, first stop the car. We'll talk later. And then I told him, I said, fortunately you are an ophthalmologist. You tell me how the perception takes place. The light falls on the object. That lighted object forms an image on the retina through the lens, and that image is caught by the mind, which is bathing in the light of consciousness. Then the knowledge takes place, that of the image and not of the object. If image is not formed, can you ascertain the presence of the object? Think. So all our life is only in images. See friends, we are all only living in images. We have got image about ourselves. I am very good, I am very nice, I am not like others. Goody, 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 goody. We have one image about ourselves. Public also have image about ourselves. Chor hai. Everything is only in this imagination. Dirgha swapna. See friends, in fact, dream and waking are same experiences. Nobody dreams the dream as a dream. Dream is dreamt as a solid waking experience. Sometimes when you dream something very horrible thing, some tiger is running after you and you are running and you tumble somewhere, fall down and your dream breaks. Your heartbeat has increased, you are perspiring. See? Because nobody dreams the dream as a dream. And when we are out of the dream, then we become courageous. Who cares? It was just a dream. In the same manner, the wise people, the Jivan Mukta Purush, when they wake out of this waking dream, their experience is totally different. They are living like, imagine, you enter your own dream, just imagine. So in that dream which you have seen, you enter, then good or bad thing happen. Will you get influenced? No. Because you know it is a dream. See friends, therefore, dirgha swapna sthitim yataha samsarakya, this is what is called as samsara. And why? Manovashat. Because we are slaves to our mind. Friends, any path you take, any path, karma, yoga, bhakti or jnanam, path of karma, path of yoga, path of devotion, path of inquiry, any path, all of them are addressed to the mind, not to the body. Because everything is happening only in the mind. Where the mind is not, there nothing happens. See friends, this principle theoretically earlier I read, but experience I had in one of my friend's clinic. My right big toe had some growth, something red was growing, like this, what do you call this red thing you eat? So it was growing like a cherry. So he did namaskar. He said, Swamiji, what is there? What is growing? I said, this is wisdom toe. I said, ignorant people have wisdom tooth. I have got wisdom toe. He said, no, don't joke. This is serious. This is not right. It should be operated. I said, okay, I'll get it done. He said, no, I am doctor and I can operate it. I said, okay. I went to his clinic. And he said, it's not a big operation, I'll give local anesthesia, it will be done. I said, okay. So he put big needles in my toe and put some injections. And after 15-20 minutes, then he came and started touching. What do you feel? I said, I'm feeling emotional. You are taken so... No, not that way. Are you feeling? I said, where? Then he said, okay, that means that local anesthesia has become active. Then he said, now you can watch. And I was seeing, he held my toe with one hand and took a scalpel, and like we scoop out the ice cream from the ball, in the same manner he put it straight away. I saw the blood coming out and took it out and showed me, see Swamiji, it has come with the root, nothing is left inside. When I all saw that, but no pain, because my toe was in chemical meditation. Where the mind is not, the world doesn't exist. So where is this old world? This world is only in the mind. See, friends. One example, all the colors and forms, they exist in the vision. All the sounds, they exist in the hearing ability. They have no independent existence. All the sense organs, they exist in the mind. The mind exists in the consciousness. If there are no colors and forms, there is no loss to the vision. If there is no vision, there is no loss to the mind. If the mind is enfolded, there is no loss to the consciousness. Is it not our day-to-day experience? See? Manovashad. But we are slaves of our mind. And the slavery is, we define prosperity is equal to multiple choices. On the contrary, more the choice you give to yourself, more miserable you will be. Lesser choice you give, less miserable. Don't you give any choice, you will be happiest. See, friends, like for us, I have this kind of funny dress. Only same dress. Whether you go to bathroom, the same dress. Go to temple, same dress. Go to funeral, the same dress. Go to office, the same dress. Go to lecture, same dress. Go to cinema, the same dress. The other day when I went to see Finding Dory, so my friend's son asked, Swamiji, will you come in this dress to cinema hall? I said, then okay, I'll remove this, I'll come without dress. No, will you not like to put on a nice dress? I said, what is wrong with this dress? He was feeling awkward. With this funny guy, how do I go for the cinema? I said, now you make another movie, Finding Swami. Lesser the choice you give, happier you are. And less choice is, you are able to discard the dependence. See, friends, it is such a simple spiritual practice, but we want the things to happen according to our choice. Our children should be like that, our husband should be like that, our wife should be like that. Are they furnitures? See? Somebody sent me one WhatsApp. If you want a husband who will eat whatever is given, who will not argue, who will just follow, who will keep quiet, and who will always receive you with great love and affection, then get married to a dog, not to a human being. All the dog lovers are of this type. They cannot love the human being, therefore they have dogs. And the love for the dog is only one-sided. When you are in a mood, Tommy, how are you? The Tommy jumps and comes out of his skin and starts whitewash on your face. He gets the organic salt. And when you are not in a mood, if the Tommy comes there, you give me, shut up, get out. So that poor fellow puts that, antenna down and goes below the sofa and sits there. Vasistha. All these yogic things are only from the animals. See? Brahmari Prana, there is also animals. And all asanas are animal asana. Ushtrasan, Gardavasan, Bhujangasan, and Mayurasan, Kukkutasan. There is not a human asan. There is one, Shavasan. And after I get totally drained with the lot of liquid spirituality, then my mood becomes okay. And then again I call, Tommy darling, where are you? The Tommy will come and start his duty. Try to do this with your wife and children. All dog lovers are one-sided lovers, according to their convenience. See, friends, therefore let us not be slave to the mind. Manovashat. All the spiritual practice is only one. Maintain the equanimity of your mind under all conditions. Mind is not equanimous for three reasons. Either the mind goes in the past memories or it goes in the future worries. In these two things, we, the oldies, never understand. Nobody is interested in our past. But old people have no future, only past. So if you have got peanuts in your pocket, can you distribute chocolates? So we keep on talking. Jab hum bacche the, arey, who cares? Others are interested about their future, but oldies have only past. Or the other thing is, we worry about the future. Now what is worry? Worry is nothing but an attempt to solve the non-existing problem. If you say, I don't know what is going to happen to this world. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Where is the place for worries? See, friends, these two areas and in the present, constant comparison. Try these three things. Don't talk about your past and don't ask anybody about their past. But we Indians, the moment, Swamiji, where were you born? Why were you born? And how you were born? Whether it was a normal delivery or a cesarean. Is it necessary? We have to collect all the data. And as a result, our hard disk is always full. And with that full hard disk, we come here for satsanga and a message comes, no space. See, friends, those who do not get lost in their past, they will never ask anybody else's past. See, friends, try. This is a simple spiritual practice. All the time, the same thing. And the second thing is this habit of worrying. It is addiction. Worrying is a sign of depression. See, constantly worried. Particularly old people. One old lady, she was always worried. So her children, they were also grown up. They told, Swami, please tell Mama, she should not worry about my grandchildren. Now why she should worry? Relax. So, I was told, Swami, tell her, nobody gives free food. So I had to go and tell her. I said, Mama, Mama, why do you worry unnecessarily about everybody? She became angry. Then what do I do? This is the only thing I can do. Therefore I worry. Worry becomes a habit. And this worry doesn't allow us to stay in the present. The flashback, I won't call it a flashback, it is a flashback. These two things do not allow us to remain in the present. Be attentive. Do we have a choice to live in the past or future or the present? We have no choice. We have to live in the present. When you live in the present, no efforts. The moment you go in the past and the future, efforts begin. Wherever there are efforts, ego is born. Wherever there is ego, miseries begin, samsara begins. See, do this experiment right away. Go in your past. 239th day before, what clothes you had put on? Oh God, 239 days. You have gone away from the present. Or after so many days, what lunch you are going to take? How many days? Where I will be? See, the moment you go in the past and the future, you disrespect the present. And when you disrespect the present, that disrespect is the cause of your miseries. And to remain in the present, no efforts are required. For example, the third experiment. Now, simply be aware of your breathing. Don't do pranayam. Be aware of your breathing. Breathing is happening. Now be attentive. You cannot breathe yesterday. You cannot breathe tomorrow. When you breathe, you are in the present. And if you remain aware of this, your mind will no more be a challenge or a problem for you. It's not very difficult, it's very simple. Don't fight with the mind. So, Chittam Cheto Manomaya Praktischeti Namabhav Dirgha Swapna Sthitim Yata Samsarakhya Manovashat. And how is this samsara under the influence of the mind? Asamyak Darshana Sthano Iva Pum Pratyaya Drudha Chidatma Jivayor Bhedo Naiva Ivam Chitta Jivayoho. See, Vedanta is not complete unless there is a snake and a rope. You may not know Brahman, never mind. But snake and rope you must know. The snake is meant for the disciple and the rope is meant for the guru to hang himself. Both are liberated. See, here the example is given, like in the evening, little light, little darkness, a post is mistaken as a thief because of improper perception. In the same manner, because of wrong notions, we Chidatma Jivayoho Vedaha, the pure consciousness is mistaken as a miserable jiva. The man mistakes himself to be a miserable husband. See? And the second thing is Chitta Jivayoho. The Chitta and the Jiva, they are not two. As is the mind, so are you. If the mind is at peace, you are at peace. Because you are none other than the mind. Therefore, all the spiritual practice is only work on the mind. But instead of working on the mind, we are only working by the mind. See, We have to get out of this old habit of working by the mind. Working by the mind is default settings. Whether somebody wants or not, we have to talk. So try this. Before we talk, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? Don't ask anybody, to ask yourself. I guarantee you, you will get a reply. No need to talk. See, the wound created by the tongue because of the wrong usage is difficult to heal. But when the tongue gets hurt, it heals quickly. Therefore, this misunderstanding can go only if we start working on the mind. So, Chidatma Jivayor Bhedo Naivam Jiva Chittayoho. Thereafter, Na Chitta Sargayor Vapi Ko Bheda Kathanchana Atra Eo Udaharanti Ivam Itihasam Puratanam. Similarly, there is no difference between the mind and the world. There is no difference in these three pairs. And about this, a story is told. Now hereafter, one beautiful story will start. So, these three differences. The first difference is the absolute consciousness and the jiva, the relative consciousness. The second is the jiva and the mind, or the chitta. And the third consciousness, the mind, chitta and the world. There is no difference in them. It is one and the same thing, but mistaken as if they are separate from each other. What is that, how it is told through a story. We leave it for tomorrow's episode. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.